Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. DTC P050A indicates a problem with the cold start idle air control system in the Honda Civic 2022 and newer models. When the powertrain control module, PCM, detects an abnormality in actual airflow compared to target airflow during the warm-up strategy QWS operation, it generates and stores this diagnostic trouble code, DTC. The PCM plays a critical role in regulating the vehicle's engine parameters and is responsible for the proper functioning of various components, including the air intake system. The primary components affected include the intake air duct, the throttle body, and the mass airflow (MAF) sensor and intake air temperature (IAT) sensor. These components are located within the engine compartment, with the throttle body situated between the air intake and the engine itself to control the amount of air entering the engine. Understanding these components' roles is crucial for effective diagnosis and repair. The DTC P050A problem arises specifically with the cold start idle air control system, which is responsible for managing airflow to the engine during cold starts. The PCM, acting as the vehicle's brain, constantly monitors the airflow to determine if it aligns with the expected target airflow. If it detects either too little or too much airflow during warm-up strategy activities, it signals an issue, resulting in the storage of DTC P050A. This can involve various components, such as the intake air duct, which directs air into the engine, the throttle body, which regulates air intake, and the MAF sensor and IAT sensor, which measure the airflow and temperature of the incoming air. These components are generally located in the engine compartment, with the throttle body positioned directly before the engine intake manifold. Understanding this relationship is key for diagnosing issues related to this DTC. The potential causes of DTC P050A are varied and can significantly affect engine performance. One possible cause is insufficient airflow entering the engine, which may compromise combustion and lead to vehicle operating issues. Conversely, excessive airflow detected by the PCM can also trigger this DTC, indicating that something is wrong in the air intake process. A common issue is blockage within the intake air duct or the air cleaner housing, preventing optimal air passage. Problems might also arise from a faulty throttle body that fails to control air intake accurately, leading to erratic engine behavior. Additionally, malfunctions in the MAF or IAT sensors can upset the entire air-fuel mixture balance, further complicating recovery efforts. Addressing these variables is essential to identify the root cause of the problem effectively. When DTC P050A is stored in the system, several symptoms may become evident. One of the most alarming issues is that the engine may stall during a cold start, which can be frustrating for drivers in cold weather conditions. Another common symptom is poor idle quality, where the engine may rev erratically despite the accelerator being untouched. Drivers may also notice rough engine performance, particularly when accelerating or during low-speed maneuvers, which can be disconcerting. The check engine light will likely illuminate, signaling the driver to take prompt action. Importantly, the PCM will store this DTC, complicating future diagnostic efforts unless it is addressed immediately. Being attuned to these symptoms allows for quicker diagnosis and repair, minimizing downtime and enhancing vehicle reliability. The first troubleshooting step involves setting the vehicle to the on mode, activating the electronic systems without starting the engine. It's essential to ensure that the engine is cooled down to a temperature of 77 degrees Fahrenheit, approximately 25 degrees Celsius or less for accurate readings. Cooling the engine allows for a more accurate assessment of the actual airflow and ensures that the sensors function correctly. After cooling, the next action is to start the engine and allow it to idle for at least 10 seconds. This brief idle period enables the PCM to gather real-time data on operating conditions. Finally, the technician must monitor the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, for any stored DTCs, specifically looking for the P050A code. If this DTC appears, it confirms the initial diagnosis and necessitates further inspections of specific components. In this step, you should perform a thorough inspection of the intake air duct connections and the air cleaner housing. Checking the air duct is vital, as blockages here can lead to insufficient airflow problems, which directly impacts engine performance. Using visual inspections, technicians should look for any signs of kinks, obstructions, or loose connections in the duct. The air cleaner housing should also be visually examined to ensure that it is free from dirt, debris, and damages, as any contamination could impede airflow. Following inspections, determine if the current conditions are suitable and aligned with manufacturer's specifications. If abnormalities are detected during this inspection, it indicates a potential issue with the intake air system component, requiring immediate remedial action. For this troubleshooting step, technicians are required to conduct the Electronic Throttle Control System, ETCS, or Throttle Actuator Control, TAC, test using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS. This test assesses the throttle body's operational capabilities and determines whether the actuator is functioning as expected. It's crucial for the throttle body to manage airflow accurately into the engine based on driver input and driving conditions. If the throttle actuator is not deemed normal during this test, it suggests that there is an issue with the throttle body itself, affecting engine performance and possibly contributing to the P050A code. Following analytical approaches helps ensure that proper diagnostics lead to effective repair solutions. In this step, you'll need to prepare for cleaning the throttle body, which involves disconnecting the throttle body inlet hose. Thoroughly cleaning the throttle body is essential, as buildup over time can impair its function and affect airflow control. After cleaning, inspect the throttle valve and bore for dirt, carbon deposits, or any signs of damage. Even minor obstructions can greatly disrupt airflow and trigger DTC P050A. Technicians should confirm there are no residues or damages and ensure that the throttle body functions smoothly. If any abnormalities are found during this inspection, it indicates a significant corner that needs addressing to resolve the DTC issue. To proceed with this step, start the engine and allow it to idle to gather real-time values from the sensors. Ensure that the ECT, engine coolant temperature, sensor 1 value is above 158 Fahrenheit, approximately 70 degrees Celsius, as this is critical for executing accurate MAF, mass airflow sensor checks. At this point, make sure that the continuously variable transmission, CVT, is in park, P, or neutral. Or, if it is a manual transmission, that it is in neutral. During idle, monitor the HDS for MAF sensor values while holding the engine speed at 2,500 RPM for 30 seconds. This controlled setup allows technicians to determine if the MAF sensor behaves as expected, with values ideally falling between 4.1 gallons and 5.7 gallons. If discrepancies arise, this identifies a potential malfunction in either the MAF or IAT sensors. The final troubleshooting step entails noting the ambient temperature before transitioning the vehicle to the on mode. This step is essential for establishing a baseline comparison for the IAT sensor. After setting the vehicle to on, quickly check the HDS to retrieve the IAT, intake air temperature sensor value. Then, it's crucial to compare this recorded value against your earlier noted ambient temperature. A correctly functioning IAT sensor should show a difference of less than 5.4 degrees Fahrenheit or 3 degrees Celsius from the ambient temperature. If any discrepancies surpass this threshold, it indicates a possible malfunction in the MAF or IAT sensor, warranting further investigation and intervention. Once all troubleshooting steps have been executed and rectified, it's essential to recheck for DTC P050A to confirm that the issue has been fully resolved. Ensuring that all components involved, such as the throttle body, MAP sensor, and IAT sensor, are functioning optimally is critical for proper engine performance. It's also beneficial to perform a test drive to observe how the vehicle operates under real-world conditions. Monitoring for any warning lights and checking engine performance during the test drive can highlight any remaining issues. By verifying that the DTC has cleared and performance is normal, technicians can ensure that repairs were effectively executed. Preventive maintenance plays a crucial role in avoiding future issues related to DTC P050A. Regularly cleaning the throttle body helps minimize carbon buildup and ensures smooth airflow control. Additionally, technicians should routinely inspect all components within the air intake system for wear or buildup that may affect performance. It's advisable to establish a schedule for checking the MAF and IAT sensors for proper operation, as these are vital for engine efficiency. By being proactive, vehicle owners can avoid the inconvenience and potential costs associated with unexpected repairs, leading to longer vehicle longevity and reliability. In summary, DTC P050 is a crucial code indicating issues with the cold start idle air control system, impacting engine performance by disrupting airflow. Understanding the symptoms and implications of this DTC allows for prompt action to resolve underlying issues. Following systematic troubleshooting steps ensures that technicians can effectively pinpoint the root causes and implement the right solutions. Regular preventive maintenance practices can significantly reduce the likelihood of this error recurring in the future, contributing to overall vehicle health. By maintaining awareness of how critical these components are and committing to regular checks, drivers can ensure optimal performance from their Honda Civic and longevity of their engine. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.